Hey kiddo, thought I would take you for a walk today. I'm in one of my favorite neighborhoods here in Lawrence, and I was just noticing the different colors of the trees and the leaves that are falling and just all the different shades of what's going on. So I just thought I would take you for a walk with me and just share with you what's on my heart regarding, changing seasons. Something that I've noticed is that we can't control the seasons that change, but we can control how we react to those changes, and that there's unlimited possibilities, and there's a lot of different opportunities for us to capture, what these seasons offer us. And for example, we have spring, and with spring comes a lot of growth and a lot of planting, and with spring comes a lot of opportunity, for beauty to show itself through all the colors. And then in the summertime, a lot of the things that we've planted and a lot of the things that have bloomed, now we have to tend to, and we water, and we just make sure that they continue to hold their blossom or hold their life or their vibrancy. After summer comes fall, and in the fall time you deal with different things. You deal with things like the leaves changing color, like we just said, or different things like harvest. The harvest season often comes in the fall time, and then following fall is winter, and that winter is a time of where there's not a lot of growth. Sometimes winter can feel long, or it can feel slow, or sometimes people kind of get to what they call is cabin fever, because they've been locked up so often. But I just wanted to point out that kind of like what's around us, there's all these different seasons in our life, and just like there's different seasons that occur around us. And I wanted to maybe point out the analogy of the ant. When an ant is working all spring long and all summer long, what he's thinking of. It took me a while to realize this, but I imagine that the ant is thinking of the winter, and why would an ant think about the winter? Well, it's probably because all summer long that the ant's storing up food. It's thinking about how much food it's going to need to store up for the winter. And then what happens when winter gets here? The ant thinks about summer. It enjoys the stuff that is stored up, and it enjoys essentially what they call the fruits of your labor. You might hear that every now and then, but it just means that all the things that that ant has worked for, it can now enjoy. And so there's been a lot of times in my life when, in the summertime or the fall time, we haven't stored up, or we haven't worked, and then wintertime comes around, and sometimes people, they get sad or they get upset because they don't have enough. And something that might help you out in life is, knowing that you have the option to always think ahead. And I'll tell you right now, one of my many big mistakes growing up was that I was always in the moment. And that's okay. You need to be in the moment, but you also need to plan for the future. And so, my mistake was that I was just in the moment without thinking or planning for the future. And so, like the ant's always planning ahead. The ant's in the moment, but he's always thinking ahead, Lacey. And when I look around at fall time and I see these houses, and I'll give you a little view of what I'm looking at here. When I see the leaves and all the different colors, and the canopy of the trees and how pretty it is, I just think that God created things in such a way that we can enjoy them in the moment, and that we can enjoy them for what they're worth. But he also created us, as humans, with the capacity to be able to project what can happen next, and what our next step in life needs to look like. And so I just want to share with you today, as I went for a walk, that there's a lot of seasons around us, Lacey, and we can't always change the seasons. We can't change the seasons, but what we can change is how we react to them and how we plan for them. And I just know that you're a smart girl, and that you have a lot of potential ahead of you, and that that you have like I always say, you have a lot of giftings and a lot of beautiful things to share with the world. And so, you know, if I could give you a philosophy or some help along the way, just remember that, you know, when it's winter time, the ant thinks about the summer, and when it's summertime and he's working hard to save up for the winter, it's because he's thinking about the winter. And so, you know, I ask you, what's in your life right now that, you know, you could be working for? You know, is it college? I don't know. Is it that you want to learn a new instrument, or maybe you've set some things down because you didn't think, you know, that you needed to worry about them, and maybe you should pick them back up and maybe start planning on how you can use them for the future. But you know, after middle school comes high school, and for some people after high school comes college. Some people, they go on and they decide they want to run a business, or they want to write, or they want to you know, they want to be an entrepreneur, or maybe they want to do philanthropy where they can mix business with giving away things, and who knows. But all those people, they had to learn from the moment, and they had to be in the moment, but they also had different seasons that they had to prepare for. And so, you know, maybe you can ask yourself, you know, what season am I in? And you know, sometimes I've been, in my heart or in my life, it's been summertime while it's been fall. Or there's been other times that I've been in the middle of summer where it's really hot outside, but it feels like winter. And so in those seasons, I knew that they would always come to an end, and that's not a bad thing, because that's where growth and change comes from. Is because seasons never last forever, you know, except for my buddy. He said, well, if you move to Southern California, it's always summertime. He said, but the problem with that is, since it always feels like summertime, people kind of start to, you know, they kind of start to wallow in the fact that it's always hot and they're always on the go and they burn themselves out. And so perhaps God designed things the way he did to kind of show us that we're always growing and we're always changing. And perhaps he's trying to show us that even though some things come to an end, that there's always opportunity for new beginnings. And so, you know, as I walk around this neighborhood with you, I want you to know that I'm excited for whatever season you're in, and I'm excited for whatever your next season is. And, you know, I just ask that you just think about that analogy of the ant. You know, we don't know exactly what an ant thinks of, but, you know, if I could imagine it just by watching its behavior and observing it, I would tell you that they're working hard for something in the future. And so I think we have the capacity to do the same. Check this tree out. Wow. I love it. I love it. So, well, kiddo, just wanted to share that with you. It's a little chilly out here, and I'm going to go ahead and walk a few more blocks and just enjoy the moment. But I'm thinking of your future. I'm thinking of my future. I'm thinking of our future. And, you know, I want to let you know that I love you very much. And as always, kiddo, love built away, and love is always building away. Till next time.